Hi, I'm Shelley. I founded Au Pairs and House Sitters for Africa in 2006. I'd like to share some insights with you. Au pairs, babysitters, tutors. What is the difference? You need a tutor when you just need someone to tutor your child in one specific subject, or maybe even two subjects. Generally, the tutors come to your home and teach your child from there. They do not transport your child in their car. An au pair, on the other hand, is someone who fetches your children from school, takes them to extramurals, brings them home, warms up food for them. I would not expect them to be able to cook, and monitors them while they do homework. If you have a newborn, an au pair would also be the right choice to make. Finally, a babysitter is someone you need on an infrequent basis to watch your children when you go out. They would not help with homework, and sometimes babysitters will take kids on an outing if arranged with you in advance. If the outing has an entrance fee, you would be required to pay the entrance fee for the babysitter. The same applies if you have an au pair, if they are taking your children on outings during school holidays. I think it's very important to talk a bit about your expectations in getting an au pair. It's very important to understand that an au pair does not replace you as a parent, and they are not there to parent your child. That's your job. Any behavioral problems going on with your child is your responsibility. If your child does have behavioral issues going on, it is not the au pair's job to get involved, and if you do feel you need to get outside help for that, you must take your child to a psychologist. It's not the au pair's job to teach your child manners. That is the parent's responsibility. In terms of paying the au pair's salary, you only need to pay them from when they arrive at work. You do not need to pay them for their travel time into work. You also need to define when work begins. Normally, they would be fetching your children after school, so the clock starts when they arrive at school and the children get into the car. If they are taking them to extramurals and have to sit and wait for your children, you do need to pay them for that time. You must also pay them a separate rate for petrol, and that can be calculated off the AA's website. Once again, this is only for when the children are in their car. If you do have a situation where the au pair is having to drive somewhere very far out of their way to fetch your children from somewhere, then you can pay them for this petrol. If you need the au pair to take your children to school in the mornings, this might make it a little bit more difficult to find an au pair. The reason for this is because most au pairs have to go into university quite early to find parking. And if they go in too late, they cannot find parking, and then they're actually unable to attend their lectures. So this is not always the case, but from my 12 years in the industry, I did sometimes encounter this issue, and I just wanted to share this with you. What can you expect on this site? Everyone on this site has had a criminal check performed, and I personally have also checked on his or her references. So I hope you enjoy the site, and I hope that you find great help for your family.